Hey folks, we're back and it's time for North Georgia Senior Living with Jessi Barton, the Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall, and we're at Circuit World in Blue Ridge, and we are going to try to stay focused, right? We're going to try to stay focused. Over to our left, Jessi, I'm sorry, but there's what, 4 puppies coming up. So
I know.
Hi.
I've already gotten puppy kisses.
Did you? Yes.
So stay tuned.
Oh, you're going to stay. You got to help. Somebody's got to help.
I'm going to.
Somebody's got to help with these puppies because we have 4 of them.
Look, you're twisting my arm. Oh my gosh.
Jessi, how are you?
I'm well. Are you feeling better?
I'm feeling great. I can't complain. No arguments over there, please. Please. Calm down in the green room. So, that being said, let's talk about, before we get started on anything else, I know we got several things. We'll talk about some things you have coming up, but I want to start with fire and ice. We're going to mix this segment a little bit. You got that? Do you have that? Now, this is a fire and ice chili cook-off, February 16th, right here, the 9th annual 1000.
I've never been.
Oh, no. I'm just going to say off the top of my head, don't get caught off guard, see 8,000 people.
Yeah, I was asking how much we should prepare, and they were like, we can't give you a number. It's thousands. It's dependent on the weather, obviously. But
well, I think they prepare like 3 5-gallon buckets.
Yeah, that's what they told us.
Yes, and of chili. So there will be, now there is a way to contact. You can go to Fire and Ice Chili Cook-Off in Blue Ridge Facebook page to get all the information. And the national champion ice carver, I think his name's Joe, Rock on Ice. The ice carving is by a national championship ice carver called Rock on Ice, and that's why it's Fire and Ice. There's ice carvings everywhere. But Cameron Hall is entered in the chili cook-off.
We did. We decided that it might be something fun. We've got some phenomenal, we've got an executive chef, we've got phenomenal chefs in our kitchen, and so we thought, why not take that from Cameron Hall and take it out into the community? I heard this week that it's the largest ice sculpture showing in the southeast area.
Yeah.
So we were excited about that. We're not going to try to ice sculpt. I couldn't imagine trying to do that. Although one of our chefs said that she could. She's entered contests before. But so we made it a fun resident activity / a marketing activity. And so 2 days ago, the kitchen staff prepared 2 different homemade chilies from scratch because the rules say absolutely no chili mix, nothing like that. So it has to be from scratch. So they chose between more of a traditional red chili, and then they had a white bean chili. Oh. I got to try the white bean chili, and it was a chicken instead of a beef or something like that. They had used celery in it. They had used lime in it. All kinds of different stuff. It had some heat to it, which I thought was really good. But the residents chose, so the residents had scoring sheets, and they made it a fun activity. And then we're going to serve residents' choice. I can't tell you which.
All right, so wait a minute. So what you've already done down at Cameron Hall, it's the Cameron Hall in LJ, and so what you've already done is you've already done the taste test there. You've already done 1 contest.
Yes.
So you're bringing the residents' choice. So the winner of the Resident's Choice at Cameron Hall is who you will be showcasing, not this Saturday, next Saturday.
Saturday the 16th.
All right. That sounds awesome.
But I'm not going to tell you which one they chose.
So we don't know if it's the white bean chili or the more traditional. Okay.
And then, so my executive director is originally from the Nebraska area. Did you know in Nebraska they serve their chili with cinnamon rolls? I'm thinking we need to try this because cinnamon roll, good. Chili, good. Together.
Okay, so are you going to have cinnamon rolls? Well, you said, I don't know. I'm not the one saying, I think it's going to depend on which chili won. The resident's choice. You're leaving a lot to the fact that we have to stop by and say hello to you.
You do.
at Fire and Ice. So Cameron Hall will be represented at this year's Fire and Ice, which is a chili cook-off combined with the largest ice sculptor show in the South. I don't know if I can get that out, but it is awesome. And a lot of businesses and everybody order these ice sculptures in advance, and it's really neat. And they do them there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
So they don't bring them pre-carved?
Well, no. There's plenty pre-carved. When you get there, there's all kinds. If you're a business and you ordered one in the city of Blue Ridge, there's so many pre-carved that you can come look at. But while you're there with your family and friends, they have an area set up where Rock on Ice actually does sculptures so you can watch it being done. So it's really a great day. Don't get shocked. 8,000 people. So
Wow.
Cameron Hall, are you going to be there?
I will be there.
Right.
I haven't checked the weather forecasts, but I'm saying if it's chilly, no pun intended, chilly at the chili contest, bundle up because, our area is so beautiful this time of year. You can see lots of mountain range views. It's just a great time to visit some of the shops. You have the opportunity to come and do the taste testing, and then I understand in the afternoon you can buy cups of chili.
You come, all right. If you keep pushing, I'll explain.
Tell us how it works.
No, you come and you buy a tasting card.
Okay.
Okay, and you buy a tasting card, and it's great. And this gives you an opportunity to go to everybody that's set up, every vendor, and they have different categories. Mm-hmm. They have amateur, commercial.
We're in the restaurant.
You're in the restaurant, so there's different categories for judging. This will be judged, but then they have the visitor's choice or whatever, the people's
Similar
choice.
to our residents'
They have the
choice.
people's choice award. So what happens? You buy a tasting card, and you go to every one, and they give you a little tasting cup. Okay. It's got a little bit of chili, a little tasting cup, and then you mark off that person's been to your chili.
Okay.
So they go to all of them, and then they could turn in their card and vote.
Gotcha.
So that way you can go to everyone. If there's 10 people doing chili or 18, you get a card. You get to go to all. Then after that's over, a certain time that's over, then you can go purchase bowls of chili from the ones you wanted. So
now, will there be professional judges too?
Yes.
Okay, so this is serious stuff. So we need to really make sure
there will be professional judges. I did see a list the other day. Oh no, they take it serious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the judging on the chili is very serious, and I have been there in both roles. I've been there doing the tasting, obviously, because I go and do the tasting, and we did enter 1 year. But we'll be up there. We'll come by and say hello. Yes. What else do we have going on that we don't want to leave out? That's Fire and Ice. You're going to come up, see Jessi at Fire and Ice, and all of the great people from Cameron Hall are going to be up there and meet them at the Chili and Fire and Ice Blue Ridge, February 16th. What else is going on?
So for the rest of the month, I know in January we focused on resolutions, but what I'm seeing a lot now is confusion on paperwork that we need as we age. So powers of attorney, healthcare directives, those kind of things. So we're going to kind of spend the rest of our segments, it may run into March, covering what do we need? How effective is it? When I have this, is this what this means? Because there's a lot of confusion on guardianship, what it means to have a conservator, what it means to have a healthcare advance directive versus a do not resuscitate. So not only is this a great segment for our 50-plus market, it's really a great segment for everybody because we don't know what could happen tomorrow. We don't know what could happen today. So having these documents in place is going to be important. One of the things that I wanted to introduce was the difference in an elder care attorney and a general attorney. So hopefully I'm going to be able to get one of our elder care attorneys up here. We do have some great attorneys in the area. So an elder care attorney is certified in strictly elder care. They've practiced for several years, and that is their sole focus is elder care documents, advanced planning for Medicaid, Medicare, those kind of things. And so a general attorney can do the paperwork, and it may not be their specialty, but they can do that. So we'll kind of delve into that and who should you use, what attorney kind of thing should you use to prepare all those.
You know, as we age and some of these things, some of the questions come up in our life, things that you would address at an assisted living or what it may be, it does become more important, or it's very important to know who has the authority or who can make decisions at different times, and that's very important.
Right. And
you need to clear that paperwork up. I mean, it's the only way I know how to put it. What you're saying it.
Yeah, and then just because somebody has a power of attorney doesn't mean that all of a sudden your privileges are taken away because Lisa's got power of attorney.
Right.
Power of attorney only kicks in when you can't.
My privileges were just taken away. Period. I mean.
Well.
Look at hey, it's every day. It's every day is something, right?
That is true.
Go ahead.
True. No comments.
No, I mean, I don't mean that way. I mean, like, it's just like if you knew, like, we have a couple women at the office. We have most of our segments have ladies involved. My power of attorney went out the window a long time of me making decisions.
You're just overruled on everything.
Exactly. So I said jokingly, but go right ahead. I want to bring it back.
So just because you give somebody power of attorney doesn't mean that all of a sudden you cannot make decisions for yourself. That's just in place. Say you went out tomorrow and you got really sick with this flu stuff and it led to worse or something, heaven forbid, but that is in place should you not be able to. So it doesn't mean you can't anymore. It's just in place in case.
But there's a lot of different things that do come up as we age that we're unaware of that can be out in front of us, or things that we haven't talked about because it may seem uncomfortable, but there are things that you really do need to get in place.
You do, and by talking about it, getting your decisions out in the open, here's what I want to happen if. I'll never forget when Kirby and Michael did theirs. Kirby gave me the copy of her paperwork, and she said, here's my instructions should XYZ happen. You're my directive. I'm like, I mean, it was uncomfortable because you don't want to think about those things, but it's truly a gift because then you're not left wondering, what would my loved one want? What would they do in this situation?
Exactly.
So you're really giving somebody a gift by doing that.
Jessi, I appreciate you. Jessi always brings great information. She's the Community Relation Director at Cameron Hall and J Assisted Living. If you have any questions and also concerning the subject matter we're talking about today, or if you're interested in inquiring more about assisted living, you want to get in touch with Jessi Barton, Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall. And if you want to share the segment with your friends, you can always find it on FYNTV, Fetch Your News YouTube channel on the playlist, North Georgia Senior Living. Now, you're going to stick around and help us with this whole litter of puppies?
I am, because as soon as Renee put one in my arms, my stress just melted away. So.
All right, well, she's going to continue with her stress relief therapy in the next segment, so Jessi's going to stick around with us. It's time for Pet of the Week. Don't miss it. We've got puppies everywhere. That's the segment.